We're back with another very special episode for you guys today of Cigars and Cars. Today's guest, we got Mike Bergman on the show. Thank you for being here. I know you had to make quite a bit of a drive, but...
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
Of course,
Excited.
man. But how you been, by the way?
Great, excellent, man.
You've been killing it. How long you been in the company for now?
I think I'm coming up to like about 5-6 months. I started 1st of June, so around 5 months, I think.
It's crazy how fast time flies.
Yeah.
I remember your first day here.
Yeah, for
Your
sure.
shadow and Eli and I picked you up. But how did you hear about YESA? I'm just curious.
So I was applying. I had actually a couple weeks before I was applying, I was working landscaping. Obviously hating every minute of it, but I got let go from that. So I was looking for a new job and just applying to. I was meaning to get back into sales for a long time. Like I've done other sales jobs as well.
Nice.
But yeah, just applying to everything. I looked up sales general, I think, on like just general
Indeed.
sales on Indeed, and then I found YESA, applied, and they responded pretty quick. So.
And then you've been here. What happened at your previous job? You said you got let go from a...
Yeah, so it was just, it's hard to explain. Like I started working this landscaping company during the winter when I was doing, we were doing like snow removal during the winter. And then I asked if I could work during the summer. It was a smaller company, and just the guy, it was one of those companies that was very tight knit. Like they'd all known each other for a while. And I just, I don't think the boss liked me very much. Like, I know it sounds like a cop-out, but no matter what I'm doing, like I'm always, busting my ass, right? And just, so I worked hard. But no, it's just like, I don't think the guy liked me very much, and just, I didn't really, a lot of the people working there would like kiss his ass, and just, it's hard to explain. Like, you know what I mean? Like I didn't do that. Like I was just like, okay, very much do the work, respect them, be respectful. And then I guess I didn't make enough of an effort to, be friends with him.
Yeah, I see what you mean. And you said you've done sales before that?
Yeah.
What sort of sales were you into?
I did door-to-door when I was like 20, 21.
Oh shit, so you've done this before?
Oh yeah, for sure. I did lawn care door-to-door. I was good. I think I still hold the record for most sales in a day at True Green. Yeah.
No way, still?
Yeah, I think so. In Canada, yeah.
That's pretty sick. What were you doing before you got into sales? Were you going into school? Did you have,
Yeah, I actually studied behavioral psychology at university. And, it's called Ontario Tech now, but it used to be the University of Ontario, Oshawa. I started in legal studies, and then I just, a lot of the credits overlapped, so I switched into behavioral psych, right? So, yeah, I was like 18 years old, right? I didn't know what I wanted to do, and this just was a typical thing, like society, it's what you do after high school. You just go right into university, right? That's what I did. And
were you a good student in high school? Were you just the guy always staying up, studying, doing all the grades?
No, I'd set myself up for some pretty bad study habits in university, because I was the guy who'd go in there, I could skip a couple classes, but then do kind of just bullshit my way and get an A, get A's, right? But then in university, that's not how it is. It's very, niche what you're studying and very specific, right? So there's no way you can bullshit yourself through that. So I set myself up for some pretty bad study habits. So
in university?
Yeah.
Or from high school, you mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Were you a troubled kid at a young age? Or?
I would say not up to like 18, maybe. That's 17, 18. That's when I started kind of rebelling, acting out, I guess.
Here's the one I'm curious about, because I know, back to what I said, your first day, I had met you, we spoke for a bit. I know you said you were sober. For how long you been sober now for?
Coming up to a year and 6 months now.
What have you been sober from? Just alcohol?
Alcohol, and just like alcohol wasn't really my issue, but it just led to other stuff. Just partying too much. Mainly was like anti-anxiety. I'd actually had a prescription to them and was sort of self-medicating, but I would drink on them, and just that led to a lot of just using a lot of types of drugs, no matter what it was.
You started at what age doing these types of, at a young age or 18?
So I was probably about 17 when I first smoked weed. Like I wasn't really, until I got to like late high school, I wasn't really a bad kid. Like I was a class clown, but I didn't do drugs or anything. By the time college came around, I was pretty heavily, I definitely had an addiction for sure.
Were you in like heavy use of it, or were you just like?
Oh yeah, like before I stopped, it was every day. Like I had to have something for the morning. Like it was really bad.
Damn.
For sure, man. Yeah.
Do you remember a moment I guess that you'd say was your lowest moment that kind of made you think like, oh,
Absolutely.
what was that like?
So I'd actually had a second sales job after the True Green job. It was business to business selling debit machines. And I had made like 12 grand in a month there. And this is in like the full fruition of my addiction. Like I was just completely addicted to benzos and, and like painkiller type stuff, right? So I got that big check, and I went on like a week-long bender where I basically just blew all like 10 grand that I made just in a week-long bender, and I got kicked out from where I was staying. My parents wouldn't, have me at their house. I had completely like alienated myself from everybody in my life, everyone I cared about, right? So it was like, I remember waking up, I had no money, no, substances left, and I was just in this hotel that I had rented for a couple weeks, and and it was just like the most devastatingly like lonely feeling, man. Like it was like, I can't keep doing this. It was like,
What was going through your head in that moment, laying in the hotel? You just blew 10 grand, and now you're coming off the high. Like, what was going through your head in that specific moment?
just like, something's got to change. I'm not meant to be doing this. You know what I mean? I was always hard on myself, and I want to be, like, I want to be successful, right? But like, I was just numbing myself. So when finally that high left, like you said, like I was like, what am I doing, man? Like if I don't stop this, I'm going to be 40 years old with nothing and no one. I'm going to be a fucking loser. That was what really got to me. That thought was like, you can't have no one. This has to stop. You have to change your life.
And was that the moment you stopped, or was there like a little bit after, and then you kind of...
That was right there, like something switched. I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. Like before, I had made attempts to stop, to slow down with drugs and alcohol and stuff, but I didn't really, like, thinking back at it, I didn't really try. It was like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll stop for a bit. I'd stop for a couple of weeks and then start drinking again, right? And it's just, I never took it really seriously. But after that stint at the hotel, and like it was super, super down, right? I was like, there's no way, I don't care what it is, I'm not doing this again. It wasn't even fun anymore. I wasn't having fun. It was just nothing but a waste of time and probably destroying my brain and my potential. It's like, I'm sick of wasting my life. And that was like, switch went off. I was like, there's nothing that could have, even like I would go out weeks later and people would say like, don't just have a drink or whatever. I'm like, no.
Obviously, it must have been hard, but what were the steps you took, going from that hotel room, feeling that feeling, and then to now where you are now? Was there certain things that you applied?
Yeah. So like I said, I had tried a couple of times to stop. So I had an idea of what I should do and what I had to do. So first of all, because I was on like Percocets and painkillers and benzos, I had to like medically detox. So flood it out of my system. I went right in. I think I drove down to one in Mississauga or something, stayed there for a couple of days and just went through complete like agony, flushing it out of my system, right? And then from there, I was like, the first couple of weeks and months were the hardest, obviously, because you're just like, your brain is rewiring itself, right? You have no, you've been doing just fake dopamine and fake serotonin for so long that your brain doesn't produce it naturally, right? So it's just weeks and weeks of being depressed, no energy, and just half of it was just telling myself like, you just got to endure this. It's going to get better. Even when like sometimes it felt like it would never, it's just like, I'm done. I'm going to feel like this the rest of my life. That's what it felt like, right?
Yeah.
I thought I'd come to the point of no return, but I just stuck by it. I'm like, no, don't go back to it. Like just stay feeling like shit until you're not feeling like shit anymore. And then that's what I did. I just waited it out, kept busy. The gym helped too. Like that's another, like I haven't.
I was gonna say, you've been killing it in the gym. Congrats on that, by the way, man. It's not easy, but you got it done.
Yeah.
And you've been killing it here. Like I've been wanting to have you on the show because I've been seeing the numbers. Obviously, what is your, I guess, next step or next target in the company?
Yeah, I mean, definitely become a manager for sure, right? Just whatever's been working for me, it's working, and maybe help some other people do well as well, right? Definitely management, eventually maybe a director, right? Because I think sales in this company has been the best sales job I've ever had, right? It's just best job I've ever had, right? So it's just it's somewhere I could see myself being for a
Growing.
long time. Sure. Yeah.
Speaking of managers, obviously you need like a nice management car. What are you currently driving now?
It's a Ford. I'm not even sure what it's called.
Is it the Ford Focus?
Ford Focus?
I was
Yeah.
gonna say because I saw it when you were
Yeah,
pulling
yeah,
up.
that's it. Yeah.
Man,
So
what's your future car? Obviously, I don't think that's gonna be. Is that gonna be your management car or no?
No, not. I'd like something. I mean, sportier. Like I'd probably go for like a Lexus sedan or something like that. Yeah,
Like
something
one that
sporty.
ZX has, or
Felipe has a nice one. I think that's.
yeah,
something
I
like
think
that.
they're pretty much right about the same.
Yeah.
What's your dream car? One
Dream
that,
car is right there. The white Lamborghini over there.
that specific model too, or just
Yeah.
any Lamborghini?
I'm not a huge car guy. Like I'm not gonna say I know a lot about cars, but I love the look of that. The sporty European and like American.
German cars,
Nice. Yeah,
Italian.
very nice. Yeah.
It is a nice car, but back into the USC, you've been crushing it. You've been pretty much destroying everyone you've been coming up across. But I'm just curious to know, obviously, going into now almost the playoffs, regular season is going to be done. What's your plan on that? Do you want to get into super heavyweight? Is there somebody that you want to go against?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to get. So I think I'm in middleweight right now. I'd like to obviously get up to heavyweight. I think if I want to go up against Short Hill. He's one of my buddies at this, and I think facing him, if me and him are both activated, I think that would be a good one. I'd like to see who would come out on top, but I think it would be me.
Well, look, how about this? Look in that camera and call out somebody from middleweight that you want to
middleweight.
go against, that you have a target in mind. And I want you to
Middleweight.
send them a message when they're watching this.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go up. Kian got me the 1 week,
Damn.
unfortunately, but if we went again, I think I'd destroy him this time. I want another go at Kian. So
At Kian?
yeah.
Those little French guys, they've
Yeah,
been killing
those
it
French
though.
guys, they're
Ham,
getting on my
Johan,
nerves.
all these
Yeah.
guys.
I got to represent Ontario. I'm coming for you, Keon.
Yeah, that's right. Quebec. I got a message for him too. But, well, there you guys have it. That wraps up another episode of Cigars and Cars with your host, Benil. Mike, once again, thank you so much for being on the show, man.
Thanks, man.